different. So we'll see, maybe on Wednesday, you guys will have a new perspective of where I film if I can reorganize my room. So I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you can all hear me and see me, and just checking in. I'm gonna share a quote, one that I really like. Where is it? So if you're just setting yourself up, you can lay on your back, or you can put your legs up. I want to share this quote because it's so great, and I've read it before, but I really love this one. Between stimulus and response, there is a space, right? Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Viktor Frankl said that. So that's one of my I come back to that one a lot. So I'll read it one more time. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. So, just something to consider for you this morning. And as you settle in, you can be on your back and you can kind of move your body gently right and left or swivel. If you're deciding that you want to go right into meditation, you can start yourself seated. And if there's another shape that you feel will help support you in being on your mat, take that. And let's see if today, when we move, right, we can move in a way that when a stimulus happens, a pose that we wanted or a pose that we didn't want, that we can reframe it and just watch, right? I've been listening to a lot of podcasts about emotions, feelings, and every time I come back to, we are so lucky to have this yoga practice and the capabilities in our body to practice this practice so that we can lean in and tend towards our heart. So hopefully that resonates for you. Find your space and land. A comfortable seat or recline. So we welcome our breath into this conversation of cultivating goodness, stillness, and possibly radical acceptance, whatever that means for you. So allow yourself, if you're seated, to make the spinal line rise and to be breathed in your body. And so there is a certain generosity of your breath, of unhurrying your mind, and a conscious pause. Whatever you were doing before, it's not happening now. And whatever will happen later, it'll happen later. And for the greater good, you're enrolled in the yoga room. So studentship looks, feels, sounds like breathing and staying on your mat. And so, since it's a brief meditation, I want to allow you to take a bigger landscape inside, like a helicopter view of yourself. Throughout this practice, can you keep breathing in a way that if you were eavesdropping on yourself, you would notice that is a being who is breathing and moving in the direction of freedom. And anytime you reroute, right, your GPS gets a little off, come back to your breath. So if you're reclined, join seated friends. If you're seated a little taller, whatever intention, whatever mantra, whatever dedication, someone you know, someone you don't know. And then the hands come to the heart center in prayer, right? It could be simple. May I be here. May I stay on my mat, true to myself. We do 1 audible release and 3 ohms, and these ohms are to clear out anything that's going to get in the way of you staying on your mat this morning. Take a deep breath in, open the mouth, inhale. Flutter your eyes open. Let your hands rest on your knees or your thighs. 1 round of Kapalabhati, right? Sharp, short breaths. Take a deep breath in, and then it's out, out, out through the nose rapidly. Lift the heart center, pull your ears back, rapid. Exhale, 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 exhale. Keep going. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Take a deep inhalation. Open your mouth. Make the sound of s. 2 more just like that. Take a deep breath in. I'm coming up so you can see it. It's s. 1 more time. It's like the sound when a tire is slowly deflating. Make your way into pose of the child, okay? So as you make your way into the pose of the child, find your breath, find your body. You can have your feet together, knees really wide. If pose of the child isn't comfortable for you, make your way into that happy baby, right? Because it's the same shape, it's just on your back. Throughout the practice, though, it will always be child's pose, but sometimes, especially if you have a case of the Mondays, right? Who knows what day it is anyway? I don't. Okay, you're breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And what all that is asked of you right now is, can you have an awareness and an attentive quality? I'm on my mat, May I be here? I'm on my mat, may I be here? May I breathe right now in this moment here? And then slowly take both hands. Your right hand can go outside the right edge of your mat. Your left palm will stack on the back. Sit deeper into your left sit bone and start to oscillate your body, right? Rocking the ribs up and then the ribs down. And tuning in and attuning to how am I breathing? What's the quality of my breath like? And then slowly taking your left hand outside the left side of the mat, stacking the right and beginning there. Now, for some, you might feel congestion in the shoulder, the elbows, the wrist. If you don't have any congestion, you can make the movements bigger. And then slowly come through the center and round your back onto all fours. We'll just do 3 rounds. So exhale, scoop the navel in. Inhale, flex your feet, articulate your spine the other way. This is extension. There's a little bit of a tone in the low belly, so the back feels supported. And then point your feet, scoop your navel around your back. Flex your feet, articulate your spine the other way. Start to ripple and breathe. And then gently, final one, point your feet around your back, scoop, scoop, scoop. Flex your feet. Notice the so and the hum of your breath. What is the quality of your breath in through your nose and out through your nose? And then steadily lift the pelvis up and back. You'll probably find you're in a little bit of a short dog. So walk your hands a smidge forward, your feet back, and pedal your feet. So now I'm like jogging in place. Nod your head, yes and no. And then let's just get right into the flow. Remember, you can stay in child's pose as long as you like. Inhale, plank pose, strong legs, strong arms, long spine. Exhale, dog. Inhale, ripple maybe forward, scoop, come forward, shoulders, elbows, wrists now. Legs long, roof of the mouth lengthening. And then exhale, dog. So just what's happening inside. Final one, inhale, plank, lift your right leg, exhale, right knee, right elbow, and then back, still plank with the right leg lifted, right knee, left elbow, back, right knee to the nose, and then up, big step, right foot forward, lower the left knee down, the top of the left foot, hands on the hips, squeeze the elbows in towards each other, level the chin, or possibly look up. And then slowly hands, frame right foot, mostly straighten right leg. Welcome hamstrings, welcome breath, softness, not in a hurry. Bend the right knee, flex the left foot, plank pose. Lower all the way down to the floor. Point the toes, reach the arms back, right? Priming, prepping, lifting the chest, lifting the arms, keeping the neck slacky, lifting the legs. Smoothing the breath out, lift a little higher, and then gently release. Hands under shoulders, pin elbows in wide, collarbones, inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Push back through child's pose. Exhaling, and then downward facing dog. So we start
to just notice, how am I breathing? What's the quality of my breath? And then glide the body into the plank. You could be on your right knee when you lift your left leg. Left knee, left elbow, exhale. And then back in the plank. Left knee across and back. I didn't cue breath. How are you breathing? Exhale, knee to the chest. And then up. Big sweeping step, quiet landing. Lower the right knee, the top of the right foot. Feel your body, right? Elbows squeeze in. I kind of chuckled there because I could feel resistance in my quads and I had to just breathe. New day, different experience. Hands down, mostly straighten the left leg, right? And what is my response, right? Stimulus and response. That's how I opened this practice. And I just watch, oh, feels different. Am I reactive or am I receptive? Bend the left knee, flex the right foot, left leg back, plank pose. When the practice is working for me, I know I am receptive. Slowly lower all the way down. When I'm not working with myself, I'm reactive. Inhale, lift the chest, and then slowly release. 2 more. Reactivity could lead to explosion. Inhale, lift, frustration. Exhale, release, receptivity. Inhale, lift, response. Oh, this is how I'm feeling. Let me express myself. And then slowly come down, push back through child's pose. Right, push back through child's pose, breathe here. And if you were here when I was opening it, what I was saying is we're listening to a lot about emotions. How do we feel? Nobody really tells us how to feel. Downward facing dog. And some people are not equipped with even listening to our feelings. And that's not their fault. Walk your feet to your hands, yeah? So that's why we feel our way through in this practice. Grab for an opposite elbow and just hang. Rock your body side to side. Maybe lean in and rock forward. Hear your breath. Note your breath in and your breath out. How am I breathing? Switch your forearms. Rock, lean. Nod your head. Listen for your breath. And then place your hands on your shins. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, come all the way up. When you come up, if you want a big back bend, go ahead and take it. And then immediately flush, rinse, fold. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest. Take your right leg back. If you're ready to jump back, I'm sure you'll jump back. We go into chaturanga. If you don't want it, don't do it. And then up dog and downward facing dog. So when you come into down dog, you spread your hands, you spread your fingers so the mound of the thumb, the index, and the middle finger can be down, pec, chest turned on, ring finger, baby finger, side seam of the arm, side seam of the trunk. Right? Feel that connection. Roll so the traps open and glide up, which is really down your back. And then lift your right leg up. Inhale, feel the right leg lift. Yawn it. And exhale the knee to the nose. Coil the pelvis when that happens. Beautiful. And then inhale, spring the leg right back up. Do it again. Exhale, coil, tap. Inhale, rise, lift. One more time. Exhale, coil, tap, step the right foot forward. Good. And then the left foot forward, launch it. And then place your hands on your shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, little or big back bend. Exhale, fold forward and down, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise the chest. If you're smoothly hopping back, do that. Otherwise, left leg back, right leg back. Could be down dog. Could be 3 chaturangas because you got a lot of energy. Up dog. Could be low cobra. And then down dog. And now you bring some awareness to your feet, right? Look in between your inner ankles. Pedal your feet, lift your sit bones so it feels as if your pelvis accelerates up and back. And then hear your breath more. Slacken your neck. Let your spinal line be long. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Rise it, right? Now it could linger there if you're adding on left knee to the nose. The whole spine coils in, that spring. And then inhale, rise that left leg. Repeat that, exhale. Feel the heat and then lift it. Beautiful. One more time, knee to the nose. Now from that space, step the left foot. You could pick up the calf, then the right foot. Hands on your shins. Bring your chest toward your thighs. Take as much bend in your knees as you need. And then come into Utkatasana. Now I like my feet together. If you like them apart or you're pregnant, you have space here. Sit into your hips and reach your arms up. As you sit into your hips and you reach your arms up, a little deeper. What's the quality of the breath like? Can you be open to that? Sit a little deeper. More breath. And then slowly spring up. Inhale. Feel the action in the legs. And then exhale. Fold forward and down. Inhale, lift your chest. Take the right leg back and then the left, or jump back. Go right into down dog, child, or take a vinyasa. And then lift your right leg up. That's an inhale. Step the right foot forward. Each leg is in their own lane. The back heel is off the mat. Reach the arms back. So here you are in your power lunge. Neck is long. And slowly come up. If the left knee needs to be down, absolutely have it down. Bend your elbows. Inhale, straight arms, straight right leg. Left leg is always straight. And then exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's just do one more for fun. Inhale, straight arms, straight right leg. Exhale, bend. So sweet here. Slowly place the hands down, framing foot, and mostly straighten the right leg. Now the outer cuff of the right hip, can you sneak it back a bit? Can the back of your neck feel that release? Then rebend the right knee, put the right hand on the hip, and then twist easily. If the left knee needs to be down, put it down. If the right arm wants to reach up, reach up. Hear your breath in. Note your breath out. The breath is the conversation, my friends. Reach the right arm over. Spin the right ribs up. Take the right hand outside the right foot. Inhale, one breath, mostly straighten. It'll be a little more user-friendly. The it is the right leg. Bend the right knee, hands down. Vinyasa, moving, breathing, open-eyed meditation, or child's pose, or down dog. Right, wherever you land, can you let your breath move through the tidal quality in the body? I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Lift your left leg. Big step with the left foot. Quiet landing. Reorient your legs, each lane, and then reach back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Occupy the space in the heart center. Why? So that when you lift up here, bend your elbows, you can usher your heart forward. Yes, you can. Inhale, straighten both arms in the left leg. Exhale, floss and bend. Soft eyes. Inhale, linger there. Feel a cohesive opening through the right leg. Thank goodness. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Mostly straighten that left leg. And right here, outer cuff of the left hip back. I find that emphasizes the back of the left leg, the posterior chain, and then chin toward the chest. On your next exhalation, bend your left knee. Be thoughtful about it. Put the left hand on the hip or reach it up. Now, as you're doing this, how soft are your eyes? How engaged are your legs? Reach the left arm over. Spin the left ribs higher if it's available. And then slowly place the left hand down. Now it's just one breath. Inhale. Both legs are straight. Exhale, bend the left knee. Cycle through the vinyasa or go right into down dog. Right into down dog. Wherever you are, quality and texture of breath. Right? It's great. I'm breathing in. It's great. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. Just make it a breathing exercise. I'm breathing out. Okay, we're going to do it different this morning. Lift your right leg. Step your right foot forward. Come into warrior one. Yep, warrior one. I did say that. I also said we're going to do it different. Now watch. Sit deep into warrior one. Watch reaction or receptivity. What's happening or I'm in it. Sit deeply into the outer edges of both feet. Lift the inner arches and then sit deeper. Maybe close your eyes so you can sense what's happening, especially if you have no idea what's happening. Arms are up, chin could be up, eyes could be up, palms could be together. Sit a little deeper and then take the hands behind you. Now, if weaving the fingers is a challenge, just put your hands on your hips, who cares? Squeeze those elbows in. Otherwise, inhale, come into that extension, and then exhale, round and fold. If you have to, you can come off the back heel. The left knee could be on the ground. The slack in your neck allows you to bow forward. And then place your hands on the mat, humble warrior plank pose. Roll onto your left hand, your left knee. Your right foot could be in front. Your left knee, right? If it's down, pick up your hips. Smooth your breath out. I'm closing my eyes today, just seeing inside response, resistance, significant breath. Reach the right arm over, place the hand down. Now here's your vinyasa, if you want it. If you don't, right into child's or down dog. Left foot steps, right heel in. Classically, it's heel to heel. If you need the permission, you can move your left leg into its own lane. Platform of the feet grounded, and then the arms rise. And here you are in your body, in your breath. What is shaping you, and what are you shaping about this? How smoothly can you breathe? Hands come to the hips, squeeze the elbows. Now maybe switch so it's the unfamiliar clasp for those of you who are clasping. Take a deep breath in, look up, lift chest. Take a deep breath out, flow and fold, humble. Breath deep, smooth. Right? If there's a tone and a texture to your breath, could it be consistent, non-disruptive to the nervous system? Hands down, plank pose. Roll onto the right hand, the right knee, maybe the forearm. Lift the left hand up. Now the breath, right, Ujjayi Pranayama means audible, louder, more victorious than the mind, not disruptive and irritating or agitating. Reach that left arm over. Put the left hand down. Again, down dog, child's vinyasa. Sometimes you can just do the vinyasa in your head. Oh, that was great. I feel enlivened. I'm ready to breathe, okay? Down dog is where we meet.
And then you walk your hands to the back of your mat. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Yep, you're doing it. And then place your hands on your shins. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in your knees, come into Utkatasana. Right into Utkatasana. So you sit, hips back, knees bent, toes soft, so not grippy. Maybe lift and spread them for a moment. And then be generous. Can you pitch your torso upright and can you sit deeper, right? So can the ribs funnel? If you're really far forward, could you sit up a bit? Are you willing? And then establish a ground with your feet that's not too far forward or back. Just breathe. Too many instructions, not enough instructions. Just breathe. Inhale, spring up, grab for an opposite elbow. I know you're still at the back of your mat. I will mirror you here, side bend over to your right. Firmly root your left foot. Firmly root your left foot. Bring your right shoulder forward and your left hip. That's a swivel or a twist, counter twist. And then inhale, come up, please. And exhale the other way. So now you're going to your left. Firmly plant your right foot. Bring your left shoulder and your right hip forward. Feel the smoothness in the breath. The depth. If the head is pecking forward, bring it back a bit. Inhale, come up. Oh, maybe you got an adjustment. I did. Take your hands under the base of your skull, a little bend in the knees and a back bend. A deep back bend here, a deep, deep back bend. Now you're tethering your navel, right? So your booty is not sweeping back, nor is it tucking under. It's right in the middle. We call it co-contracting, right? Energy in both sides. Inhale, come up, straighten your legs and your arms for a moment. Exhale, fold forward and down. Bend your knees, come back through Utkatasana with your hands at your heart center in prayer. Take your left elbow outside your right thigh. You're still at the back of the mat, okay? Your left elbow is outside your right thigh. That means that your left knee probably pops a little forward. Can you slide it back? Thank you. Sit a little deeper. Now focus on slacken your jaw and squeeze your legs. More breath. The exit is really an entrance. So bring your arms forward, friends, and your hips back. And come into Ardha Utkatasana, sit. So in this one, thighs more parallel to the floor, booty is back. And then inhale, spring up for a back bend. Exhale, fold forward and down. Bend the knees, hands at the heart center in prayer. And now the right elbow outside the left thigh. Good. And here's what's happening in case you forgot. As you rotate, friends, your right knee needs to slide back a smidge. Can you slide it back a smidge? Yeah, right there. That's it. Wonderful. Now, extend the arms out in front. Take your seat back. Re-rinse your legs. I bet your quads feel like they're cooking. I hope they do. Yeah, beautiful. Now slowly spring up for the back bend. I got you that time. Just thought you were going forward. Feel it, feel it. A whole front body stretch. Cohesive opening, yeah? And then fold forward and down. Walk your hands forward, down dog. Take a vinyasa if you've been missing it, right? Take a vinyasa. If you don't ever want an additional vinyasa, you don't ever have to do it. Yeah. Now, come halfway up your mat. This becomes a choice here. Look at your hands. You can go tiptoes and heels 3 times, or you look at your hands and you'll hop, right? You have to decide how much or how little you want to hop. What I think is a miracle is even if you hop 2 inches, friends, at some point we're all of us, we might be separated, but we're all in the air at the same time. So I dare you to just hop 1 inch up. Just 1 inch up for the last couple. 1 inch up, 2 inches up, 3 inches up. Okay, feet to your hands. Feet to your hands, top of your mat. Place your hands on your shins. Inhale, lift your chest.
Exhale, fold. Take 2 fists in between your big toes. And then peace fingers, first and second toe. Inhale, lean and lift. Exhale, fold. Fold, fold, fold down. Yeah, there you go. So lean a little more forward. Lengthen your spine. Smooth out your breath. I'm breathing in. Are you breathing in? I'm breathing out. Are you breathing out? Yeah. Hike your shoulders up higher. Bend your elbows wider. Engage with yourself. Excellent. Then slowly place your hands on your shins. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Stand up, and then pull your hands to your heart center for a moment and just check in. In the framework, in the architecture of your shape, what's going on? So speaking of stimulus and response, here's what's going to happen. We are stepping backwards into a shape, so watch what happens inside, not watching me, just listening for the guidance. Lift your left leg up. Lift it up, hug the left knee into the chest, right? Listen for your breath. I just circled my left ankle around twice, both directions. And then I take a smidge of a bend in the right knee. You'll do the same. Take the left leg all the way back for warrior two. Okay, so right away there might be a response. Oh, wait, I like to step forward, or a reaction. This isn't what I wanted. So sit into this warrior two. If you're paying attention, you just got out of a vinyasa. If you wanted the vinyasa, there'll be a moment for it after. Sit deeper. Look over the right shoulder. Hear the breath. Move the breath through the body. Soften the eyes, the drishti, the focal point. Reverse the warrior. Feel the breath reversing you. Sit deeper. Inhale, almost straighten the right leg. Now, if the stance is too wide, once you pick up your torso, you'll know and you can shorten it. If it's not, lengthen and do Utthita Trikonasana. Lengthen, right? Do not be a greedy grabber. Feel your right ribs roll underneath you toward your navel. Your left ribs roll toward the ceiling, the sky, away from your navel. Hear your breath in, note your breath out. Body is warm enough. Feel your breath. You got this. And then slowly bend the right knee. Put the right forearm on the thigh. Left hand can return to hip. You can look down. Left hand can go up, over, behind. Where is the intelligence in the breath? Oh, I'm massaging my organs. And here. Inhale, come up through warrior two. Now mostly straighten that right leg. Turn your right toes in and your left toes in. Turn your heels in and your toes out. Turn your toes in and then heels in and sit. Goddess. So you might need a wider stance. Your knees need to move back. And when I say back, I mean like the gluteal fold where your underwear, briefs would be, and the back body, sit into that and then pull those legs back. Breathe. Okay. Now you're cooking. Sit into it. Lift your right heel. I did my right heel, and then lower. Lift your left heel. Oh, there's that foot ankle, and then lower and sit a little deeper. Sit, and then pitch your torso upright. Take a deep breath in, sit a little deeper. A little deeper. One more breath. And then straighten your legs. Thank goodness. Heel toe, your feet in, till you get into where it would be for a squat. Land your booty down. Land your booty down for your squat. If your heels need to be elevated, elevate them. If you can't get this low, you're currently having difficulty, go medium, medium, tall, little higher, little higher. Doesn't matter how low or how high. Breathe. Are your eyes bugging out? Soften. And then inhale, come to straight.
Yeah, it's that time. We're gonna do some Satnam squats. I know we haven't done the other side, thank goodness, okay? So, SAT, Sat, NAM, Nam, I am that I am. Satnam, you don't wanna squat up and down, just Sat and Nam. It's for the roof of the mouth and leveling up. You don't wanna go all the way down. For those of you who maybe are new to this, I'm just gonna demonstrate. It would be Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. You don't need to look at the screen. You go inside. That's where you're looking. So together we take one breath. Everybody's up. Stick your tongue out. Clear it up. And then your arms come up. Look up. Say Sat. And then Nam. Now you can go faster. Sat, Nam. You could be louder. Sat, Nam. You could be softer. Sat, Nam. Right? You can feel whatever you feel. Keep going. Sat, Nam. No one's going to know if you do extras. Sat, Nam. If you don't do it. Sat, Nam. Or if you get into it. Sat, Nam. Right? The faster I move, Sat, Nam. Does it move me? Sat, Nam. Do I need to move slower? Keep going. Sat, Nam. Keep going with it. Sat, Nam. Keep moving the energy. Keep flowing the energy. Stay with it. Keep moving it. Keep moving it. You're almost there, right? You want to give to it everything. Sat and Nam, all of it. Usher your heart into it. Occupy your space. Last 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come all the way up. Putter your lips. Move your hips around in one circle and the other circle. I'm not sure what happened. Here's what's going to happen. Hop your feet wider. Turn on your left foot. Your left foot. Cartwheel your arms down. Cartwheel your arms down. Vinyasa. Now, if you're someone who thinks, feels, and notes, gee, I really missed those vinyasas, 2, 3 right now. If you're someone who thinks, feels, and notes, phew, thank goodness there was no vinyasa. Lay it down in child's pose and give yourself a high five, right? And if you need the 3 vinyasas, give yourself a high five. Come halfway up your mat. That means walk your feet toward your hands. If you didn't like those 3 hops, you're welcome. You can just come onto your tiptoes 3 times. Look at your thumbs. What are you willing to risk? If you don't want to jump, I don't know why you would. Okay, right? I don't know why you would. I think of it as like playtime, right? But if you don't do it. Then get your feet to your hands. Get your feet to your hands. Feet hip distance. Really, it's 2 fists in between your big toes. Slide the palms of your hands underneath the soles of your feet. You have knees, bend them. You have knees, bend them. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward and down. Let your head drip toward the floor. Let your spinal line elongate. Lean in. Lean in. Breathe. In breath, out breath. It's not a result-oriented practice, in case you were wondering. You don't get any points for dripping your chest on your thighs. Okay? Now, take your hands to your hips. Exhale, keep folding forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, come all the way up, squeeze the elbows in, all the way up. You get all the way up, you might be noticing, gee, I'm at the back of my mat. How do I turn things around? Lift your right leg up. Hear your breath. Point, flex, circle around the right foot. Have a little softness in the left knee. Take the right leg back, warrior 2. Maybe you landed quieter than me. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. B, right? Look over the left shoulder. If it bothers the neck, chin to the chest. Surf the breath. The reed of the spine, make it oriented upright, right? Vertical. Can the flow of the breath calm something that overworks in your body and create work or engagement in some place that spaces out? Reverse your warrior. Is there a space where you just can't land? Lend more breath. Inhale, almost straighten the left leg. Come up and lengthen. Make the distance of the legs appropriate for you to be a great breather. Right, and then the expression of the arm in the air, hand on hip, whatever you need. So in the less is more capacity and category, where are you overworking and where do you space out? Right, and then bend the left knee, forearm to thigh, or hand on the inside, arm wraps behind, whatever you need for Utthita Parsvakonasana. Right, and you're breathing in a way that gives you enough breath. It's not excessive, right? Sometimes people say, oh, I don't know what enough is until I've done too much. I don't know what enough is until I don't ever get close less. So wherever you are, breathe so that you see, feel, and know you are enough. Enough. Inhale, come up through warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Left foot parallel to right. And then heels in, toes out. And then toes in, heels out. Hands on your hips. Align those toes, shrug those shoulders up and back 3 times, just in case you got a little hook, a little catch. Inhale, lift your chest. Front body opening. Exhale, fold forward and down. Squeeze the legs together, even though they're apart. Right? We are together, even though we're apart. Lean in, lengthen, and then fold forward and down. Right? The sacred in this practice, fold forward, toes in, heels out, is yoking, a journey of joining what is already joined, what is already connected, you with your breath with every organism, breathing collectively, forward folding for goodness. Oh, thank goodness I'm breathing. Inhale, lift your chest. Turn your toes out, heels in. Bend your left knee, and come into Skandasana. A little smidge of a bend in your right knee. Your left heel might be down. Navigate with your left elbow, a little nudge of the left knee left. More breath, more breath. And then slowly, gently switch sides. So bending the right knee. Little bend in the left knee. A lot of nudge there. So that inner right thigh and that left leg feel their connection even as the legs are apart. And then you will just simply look to the right, frame the hands around the right foot, cycle through a vinyasa or go right into child's pose. So the right leg goes back and then you'll find your way through the vinyasa. Inhale to the plank. Come all the way down. So grateful. Roll your thigh bones in, shake your hips out. Reach your arms out to a T. If that's too much for the shoulder, elbow, wrist, the hands can go right by your sides of the legs. Otherwise, inhale, lift your chest. Lift your arms higher and then lift your legs. Soaring, right? Soaring, lifting front and back body, working together. Lift a little bit higher, friends. A little bit higher, a little bit higher. And then rest. Turn your face to the left. Rest your right ear and the right side of your face on the mat. Shake it out. The it is the pelvis. So beautiful. Place your hands on your bottom. Squeeze your elbows in. Lift your chest a lot. Chin towards it. Lift your legs even more. Lift a little higher. Now you could add on by simply bending the knees. Lift the thighs higher. And then straighten the legs. 2 more. Exhale. Bend the knees. Thighs high.
legs straight. Are you breathing? Inhale, bend the knees, lift, lift, lift. Extend, lower down, look to the right, left ear on the mat, left facial cheek, shake it out. Now you'll know right now in your body if it's too much. And if it is, my suggestion is to linger in Sphinx, okay? If those back bends are too much for your low back, just linger in Sphinx. If those back bends feel like, oh, I'm just getting a taste of something I really want, then you could go into bow pulling pose, right? Bow pulling, Dhanurasana. Bend your knees, grab the tops of your feet, and you could just stay there. That's a great cohesive opening, right? Heels on the buttocks or look forward. Inhale, kick. Now, some days you might want to kick more with your legs. Drop your chin, bend your elbows and kick and rock. Maybe your legs feel like, oh, they're not awake yet. Then you keep them slacky. However, if you have more, give it, right? Close your eyes, roll your eyes up, kick up more, kick, kick, kick. Stay with it, kick, kick, kick. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then release. If you feel like it was a lot, rest your forehead on your stacked palms and shake out your hips. Hear the breath in, note the breath out, and then push up and sit back. Now, if you can sit in between your heels with your feet pointed back, you do. If you had a book or something, you could sit. This is hero pose, okay? The feet are straight back, the heels are outside the hips, okay? If it bothers your knees, be up a little bit for a moment. If it doesn't bother your knees, so you'll know right away. And if it's someone who bothers their knees, yeah, you'll just decide to stay. If it does not bother your knees, you'll go back. If you're going back, it's because you feel a cohesive, a full body, a whole body, a uniform opening, right? And if it's not happening for you, no worries. No worries. For those of you who are in Supta Virasana, reclined hero, you can stay for the next 5 breaths because usually being steeped in this helps the body open in the hip flexors. If it's not working for you, okay? If it's not working for you, you can stand on your knees and your feet could be flexed or pointed, and you can take your fists at the base of the sacrum and lift your chest. Okay, and right there, you just breathe. Okay, so this is you either in reclined hero or in camel, presenting your heart forward. Camel friends, come slowly out. Reclined hero friends, sit down. Meaning come up and sit down, join us. Now, we've done this before. I want us to remember to remind you, zipper your legs here. We're gonna stir the heart and then you'll have an option to do whatever you want again. So it's just palms like you're serving 2 platters, up, back, and around in the Kundalini lineage, massaging lung tissue, hearts, up, back, and around. If you want it to be more, we'll demonstrate and you can watch. I know some people are visual learners and it doesn't bother hip, knees, and ankles. Up, look up, and then come down, okay? So you get to decide. I'd like you to do 18. If you only want to do 3, that's fine. You're either stirring the arms or you're going up and down, up and down, right? Whatever you're doing, do it now. Inhaling and exhaling, right? It's not a moment to watch anything. It's a moment to usher and occupy. That's part of the theme. How do I usher myself forward? My heart space, keep going. How can I stir it in a way that then I can occupy it? How can I move it in the direction of forward and stop replaying the story that's not even true anymore,
right? The story that I keep telling myself, how can I move the energy, right? Whatever it is, poor me, proud me, I was done wrong, I did wrong, I'm a mistake, I'm not a mistake, right? Whatever that is, let's stir it up and then let's just move it forward. And you can keep it for sure, right? You want to move the energy so that you can be moved into a new space. You probably have about 3 more, right? Whatever you have, you have. In the last couple, then land again. And if you're still moving it, keep moving it. And if you're not, land. Okay, when you land, watch comfort, discomfort, expression of agitation, elation, anguish. Distinguish the feeling, be discerning, and then just watch. How do I think about it? What do I feel about it? How do I note it? And can I just watch? Not the story around it. This was done to me, just watch. Okay, open your eyes. You get to decide, would you like a camel again or nope, done with that, come onto your back. Come onto your back if you're done with your camel and go into half bridge, okay? We will have time for wheel for those of you who want wheel. Come into half bridge. Really allow your upper body to lengthen and then lift the hips. My tallest finger can touch my heels. If that feels too much congestion in the knees, slide the feet further away. When your tallest finger touches your heels, you feel like you can really elevate your pelvis, great. If it feels like you need more space, then you do. Really anchor your arms down, elevate your pelvis higher, 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 and then gently ripple down. Good. Once you get all the way down, take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out, and then peel, 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 right? Like slowly, pubic bone, tailbone, sacrum. I'm exaggerating how slow, bead by bead. Pick it up all the way. Booty higher, higher, higher. Again, here we are, cohesive, opening, opening, opening. And then go down slowly. If you're someone who wants a wheel, go right back up. Put your hands under your shoulders, right? If you don't want a wheel, you don't even need to look outside of your body. You go right back into one more half bridge, right? If your body is craving, and sometimes it does, a little of something else, do it, be in it. And other days, it's just not happening, right? Whatever it is, what is your breath like, right? It's not result oriented. It's not an acrobatic practice. When you come out of wheel or half bridge, one choice would be knees in, feet as wide as the mat, with your arms possibly over your head. The other choice would be hand on heart, hand on belly, feet together, knees wide. Reclined Baddha Konasana. And then before we go right into the hips, hug both knees into your chest, both knees. And as long as your spine is safe, you can rock up and back 9 times. 9 times, moving that arc line energy. And it ought to feel really smooth and almost delicious to rinse out the back. Now, if it doesn't, just rock 3 times, otherwise 9 times. Your heels can come away from your glutes or not. After the last one, hug your right knee into your chest. Let your left leg go long. Head and shoulders on the mat for a moment. For a moment, keep pulling on that right thigh. And then curl your head and shoulders up. Now, if you need to hold the base of the skull,
I've lifted my left leg about 6-8 inches. You can keep yours down. Otherwise, keep pulling that right leg in. And then take both hands behind your head and switch your legs. So now my right leg is straight, my left knee is in. Switch. Switch. If you have any popping in the hips, the invitation is legs higher up, okay? Higher up. No popping, legs about 6-8 inches, folding them in, right? Folding them in. It's not quite a bicycle. It's more like ringing the bell with the big toe. Curl a little higher. Curl a little higher. Come on, get a little higher. A little higher. And then both knees in, curl head and shoulders up. Nose going for the knees. Hug on the left leg, head and shoulders down. Let the right leg go long. Right? Pull on that left knee. Pull, pull, pull. Pull, pull, pull. Head and shoulders can come back down. So sweet. Interlace your hands behind your head. Curl your head and shoulders up. Lift your left knee in more and your right leg up a little. Take your right elbow towards your left knee. We just have 6 on each side. Switch and switch. Twisting. Crisscross. Crisscross. We're about halfway. Last 3, 2, 1. Ought to be cooking in there. And then hug both knees in. Hug both knees in. 3 options. 1 would be happy baby. 2 would be reclined Baddha Konasana. 3 would be, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to recline right away into Shavasana? Do you need a pigeon or a figure 4? Do you need your legs up the wall? If you don't know what you need, the direction is take happy baby to Shavasana. If you feel somehow as if there was a pose that you must do it now. Right? Happy baby, recline Baddha Konasana. If there's a pose you have to do it now. Some people have to do a pigeon. Some people have to do a recline twist. Watch the have tos, because they fall into the should category. And the shoulds and the have tos, they might be related to attachment. So this practice keeps reminding us impermanence, change, uncertainty. That's the truth. If you're in Shavasana, let everything go. Make sure even the little nooks and the crannies have released. If you're doing something two-sided, do the other side. If you're inverting or you are inverted, counter it. Allow your body to unspool. Your mind to unwind.
Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nam Narayana Vasudeva Hari Om. The beautiful aspect of a home practice is you can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. We could all rest longer. If you're ready to move and take this cultivated goodness out into the world, you deepen your breath and your fingers and your toes move. Palms of the hands and the pads of the feet. You rub the palms of the hands and the pads of the feet, right? You just like exfoliated inside and out, rinsed, moved the energy. So you rub it into yourself. And then you extend your arms and your legs away from each other. Really long, really deep. And then you bring your knees into your chest, hug it in, and roll your right. Thank yourself. Thank your breath, your body. Come up to seated hands, heart center in prayer. One audible release and one round of Om. Inhale, exhale, deep breath in. May we have gratitude for all the blessings, the seen, the visible support, and the unseen, invisible support. Namaste. Thanks, friends, so much for being here this morning with me.